Okay, so just want to make a quick video, or I'll try to keep it quick, on the new knife I'm making. So I had this design in my mind for some time, but once Cold Steel came out with their Kriss Ti Lite, that's what like made me just decide to do it. So I'll just go over some like a little bit just of the design, but I'm gonna send this off to get it heat treated tomorrow, and I won't probably see this like in 2 weeks. So I just wanted to make a quick video about it now. So I wanted as much cutting capacity as possible, so I didn't do the whole line in the middle with with when it's like um, and it's reduced on both sides. It just goes from it's just a flat grind from one end to the other. So that gives you like a really nice thin edge, but also it backs it up a lot because you have a lot of width to go with it. So if I would have started here, it would have been 5 millimeters to start with, which is the thickness of the stock, and then I would have to taper it down, and it would leave a very thick triangle instead of just having it a very wide angle instead of having it nice and nice and thin. So I decided to do that, and then did the same thing that they did with the Ti Lite. I kept this kind of karambit edge instead of sharpening this edge. But what I did was, if you look at it, it's pretty straight. So I want it so you can still poke with it. Um, I mean, I mean the usual. I'm not comparing it to the cold steel one anymore. So to usually other Kriss knives they'll have their tip right in the center. But this one I have it way back here, just so you can still poke with it if you see the line of it there. And then also because so usually when you hit something with a knife with a blade, like let's say you swing at cardboard or something like that, you'll basically hit it around this area. You don't really use this much. I mean, in my experience, at least me, I don't tend to use this much of this when I hit something, just because I'm generally afraid of just hitting my hand. so so like this design, let's say if you hit something around this area, you have all this that curves into it, and then in the end um you have this little karambit style blade. So you'll hit this first instead of the tip, and then the tip will go in next. So it's I wanted it to be back a little bit instead of forward. And then also you can actually cut stuff with the belly. If this was too forward, it would be basically in the way the whole time. It would just be, the tip you would have to use the tip for everything. So design wise, that's why I decided to go this way. The handle, uh, even though this handle, you see this design a lot in other knives. Um, I try to keep just the general shape of the blade basically. So it goes and it curves up again, and then it curves out. So it doesn't keep the curves exactly the same, but I try to keep it as close. And then also I just reshaped it while I was making it, just so it fits my hand perfectly. So I try to do two things: have it follow the natural lines, and it does kind of, not exactly. I couldn't keep it comfortable while following the lines exactly, but I tried. And the back, I just try to have this little part here, which I think looks kind of nice. Have it come up and then come down. So I kept this little spot here as a spot, just so that your hand doesn't slide forward. And this is probably gonna be the first. Well, it is the first knife that I'm making that won't have like a hand guard, like a plate for a hand guard. So this is kind of a hand guard, but it's not like my other knives, and I'll show you this other knife I made. I mean, the one I already showed you before, but because I just want to show you how the colors changed on the handle, which is pretty cool. So, uh, and then I did 3/16 for the holes instead of 1/8, what I usually do, just so I can, because I found bronze pins, and they look super nice. Bronze is like way stronger than brass, and they just have like a little bit sort of depending on what kind of bronze you get, but the kind I got has like a copperish color to it, so it's kind of goldish copperish, which is super nice. So made these a little bit bigger, just so that when I do buff everything out, it'll be nice and shiny, and you'll be able to notice them more. And then last, I found this lignum vitae. I'm gonna keep it on this because it's just until I use it. But I'll show everybody when I'm done how it looks. But I found this lignum vitae handles that has this little curvature because this is where a branch was. So it curved around it. This is still heartwood, but you can see that little curvature, and I'm gonna try my best to basically see how it kind of lines up. See the curves there? So I'm gonna try my best to basically line up that curvature when I make the handles with the handle itself, with the belly of the handle. So I think that'll look pretty nice. So, and so last, here's the blade I made before, and this is lignum vitae. Already has a couple dings and stuff. This is what I use for work. I take it with me, but just want to show you like the color. So once you expose lignum vitae to UV light, it turns darker. But that is like, let's see if I can get it. Super nice to me. It's like shiny, but I mean, but it's like a greenish brown. Let's see. There we go. Greenish brown with like dark stripes in it. So super nice. Just an update on how like the wood's been aging so far. Okay, so I'll probably send this off tomorrow, and when I do finish it, I'll post another video, and hopefully it'll come out okay. Hopefully it'll come out pretty nice. All right. Bye.